Welcome to Aggie Financial News Network. I'm Mark Bonds here with breaking news. Moderna is facing layoffs, losses, and plummeting stock prices as the company struggles to deal with plummeting demand for their COVID-19 vaccines. Moderna is a pharmaceutical company focused on the mRNA medicine, widely known for its COVID vaccine. Moderna is a competitor with the world-famous up-and-coming startup AI Protocol Solutions, as both companies utilize AI to help them increase the efficiency of delivering pharmaceuticals. Moderna uses its AI tool Dose ID to help comb through clinical data to identify correct doses of medication. For today's show, I'll have with me a panel of market analysts to discuss how Moderna's decline will impact stakeholders. First, we have Sam Williams calling all the way from Boston here to discuss the effect on Moderna's suppliers.
Thank you, Mark. After the pandemic, Moderna experienced a sharp decline in demand for its vaccines, which not only hit them but also their suppliers. Suppliers like Lonza and Thermo Fisher had expanded the production lines and capacity during the vaccine boom. But as the demand slowed down, those suppliers were left with unused facilities, lower revenue, and forced workforce reductions. Some of them have tried to pivot by serving other biotech firms or using their plants for different mRNA and cell therapy products. To summarize, Moderna's slowdown caused a ripple effect across its entire supply chain, showing how dependent these suppliers had become on one customer. Back to you, Mark.
All right, thank you, Sam. Now we're going to introduce Mr. Daniel Humphreys, who's going to walk us through how this impacts competitors.
Thank you, Mark. So this is what I'm concerned with. What about Moderna's competitors? Moderna faces public uncertainty, giving other companies a chance to strengthen their standing in the pharmaceutical industry and have breakthrough opportunities. Mass layoffs mean that other companies can recruit industry-experienced talent, meaning Moderna's competitors can promote their own businesses with high-skilled, high-knowledge professionals. Lastly, a big company like Moderna having a falling from grace results in increased competition in the industry, including new technology R&D and AI investments in startups. Back to you, Mark.
All right, thanks, Daniel. Always love hearing from you. Now we'll be introducing Ryan Johnson, a consumer analyst at the Goldman Stanley Bank, who will be discussing how this affects consumers.
Glad to be back on the show, Mark. Due to plummeting revenue, Moderna has increased the prices of its medicines, forcing consumers to deal with higher prices while also dealing with already sky-high healthcare costs. These struggles have also limited Moderna's ability to create new and potentially life-saving medications for its consumers, forcing those consumers to look towards other pharmaceutical providers for their medicine. Back to you, Mark.
All right, thanks, Ryan. Sharp insight on that, man. Now we're going to introduce our Washington correspondent, James Thompson. Back to you, James. After the pandemic, the immediate public health urgency to develop mRNA vaccines declined sharply. Additionally, many politicians and media figures have framed the COVID-19 vaccine as a problem of government spending, scientific elitism, and governmental overreach. This has created general distrust about the cost efficacy of vaccines amongst many political constituencies. This has resulted in political pressure for the federal government to allocate less taxpayer money to mRNA research. Subsequently, the Trump administration directed the Department of Health and Human Services, a public health stakeholder, to shift hundreds of millions of dollars of funding away from mRNA vaccines to focus on other vaccine treatments that are deemed to be more traditional and cost-effective to the taxpayer. This has hit Moderna particularly hard as its whole business model revolves around mRNA technology. All right, thanks, James, for coming on. Thank you to all the analysts who joined us today. That concludes our pharmaceutical segment, and we'll be back with you after these messages.